Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Business Ninjas. This is Kelsey checking in today with Travis Hopkins. He's the managing director at Builders. Super excited to have you on the show, Travis.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kelsey. Super excited to be here as well.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So like you were saying, Travis Hopkins, I'm the managing director of Builders. I'm actually located in the Boston area. I've been in the Boston area for pretty much my entire career. I've been, across the US doing a lot of traveling and working with different companies across the country and world, but, ultimately I've kind of settled down in the Boston area. And right now working on and growing Builders, it's been very successful and very rewarding.
I love the Boston area, so much rich history and culture. So, how did Builders get started?
So we actually Builders was grown pretty organically, and I would like to say like selfishly. Between myself and my co-founder, Adam, the experiences that we've had throughout our years, working in the professional world, where staffing and growing teams, running into these issues of dealing with non-overlapping time zones, problems with delivering work on time, ramping up teams and kind of a faster schedule.
Hmm.
All those things that kind of culminated together where him and I linked up, and the idea of Builders was born.
Hmm.
It's like to get the idea of providing high quality individuals to clients across the US,
Hmm.
all in the same time zone.
Hmm.
So it's the ability to provide high quality individuals, same time zone at great rates, and also with speed.
Hmm.
So it's something that has been beneficial for not only the individuals in Latin America, but also our clients across the US.
Absolutely. So, how do you work to connect everybody then?
Yep. So the connection is, I mean, we have relationships with a lot of different companies across the US where they're looking to build new products or build new tools. So we have a network of recruiters and kind of area SMEs down in Latin America who are helping to connect and reach out and actually vet and screen all of these individuals across Latin America.
Hmm.
Then we do the actual kind of matchmaking.
Hmm.
It's connecting these companies with whomever would be the absolute best fit for whatever project they're working on.
Absolutely. And how do you go about that matchmaking? Is it a software? What does that look like?
No, so we do, it's more of a conversation like we're having now,
Hmm.
to help understand and kind of deep dive into what it is they're actually building. And it's taking it to a level deeper than what you'd see on a job description.
Hmm.
You know, anyone can write a job description and post it online. You're going to get hundreds of applicants,
Hmm.
but it's understanding to a level below that of, hey, what kind of past experience would mend well? What would vibe well? How are they going to fit culturally?
Hmm.
Does the team work with any other areas outside of the rest of the world? So it's things of that nature, and to a greater extent of connecting those individuals, helping to make sure that the fit is the absolute best it's going to be for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like one of the things that makes you folks stand out is that deep vetting process, those strong relationships about making sure it's a good fit. What other things about builders makes you folks stand out from your competition?
So it's ultimately it comes down to our ability to attract and retain super high quality talent in Latin America.
Hmm.
um, we're a little bit different than other firms where we focus on the long term,
Hmm.
a long term solution.
Hmm.
So it's around getting someone who's looking for more stability in their career, help provide for their families, and companies that are maybe tired of working with individuals who some people only work out for like 1 to 2 to 3 months.
Hmm.
We're looking to help solve kind of a longer term issue and get them connected with awesome people.
Hmm.
They just happen to be located in Brazil, Nicaragua, Mexico, Peru, you name it. So that's ultimately what we're doing there.
Yeah. So it sounds like there's kind of two different target audiences that you have. It's one, people looking for services, and then two, companies who have services to assist the people looking, right?
Right.
All right. So what would you say some of the like the challenges are, and the different goals that each of those target audiences have?
Yeah, I would say the challenges right now, kind of given any market, there's a lot of skills in very high demand right now.
Hmm.
So it's challenging in terms of, working with the best people across Latin America.
Hmm.
And being in such high demand, it's, companies may, let's say like they're working on a project that may be starting in, 3 to 4 months from now, helping to identify and organize a team for them, while all these individuals are in such high demand,
Hmm.
it makes it a little bit more tricky and difficult to kind of nail down the exact team that they're looking for and what the structure would be. We have a good idea and good sense of what the team would look like in terms of on paper, a lead, you name it, a couple supporting people,
Hmm.
whatever that looks like. But
Hmm.
the actual like individuals who are going to be, delivering that product, companies want to move fast. These individuals want to, get connected to companies also fast. But, as soon as there are any delays in that, then it kind of throws a wrench into it and makes it a little bit more difficult.
Mm. And it sounds to me like there are kind of two different ways that you're trying to reach and educate your potential target audiences. It sounds like one, you're trying to get brand awareness and name recognition. So when people are like, hey, I need services, I'm going to reach out to builders. But also, two, that educational piece that like you have vetted services, you build good relationships, and also, two, you're connecting good companies with those people. Are there any other, what other ways are you looking to reach your those two target audiences?
Yep. So we actually do a couple different sides. So it's focusing on our clients as well as our, our builders network, our community.
Uh-huh.
We do a lot of, in-person events across Latin America throughout the year,
Yeah.
where that's how we're, attracting. And we have a very good referral program as well. So if friends of friends are looking for jobs or looking to work with companies across the US,
Hmm.
we have a great referral program there.
Hmm.
We also invest a lot back into our community where, we provide, new equipment, new laptops.
Yeah.
If they're looking to upskill on, some of their certain skills that they're working on now,
Hmm.
or, they're interested in kind of diving into another area,
Hmm.
we support all of those online courses or any courses that they'd like to take. So that's kind of one area. And the other area is, our clients across the US, and that can be done, through, conferences, events, in-person events, and that kind of works. Well, we have a lot of clients. We have had a lot of organic growth up until now,
Hmm.
where, it's been a lot of hearsay and a lot of communicating, between friends and friends,
Hmm.
where we're working with, a particular client, and, they may have a friend who's been struggling to, get a team up and running, where, they'll recommend us to go talk with, whatever client that may be. So it's kind of, those are the both avenues right now that we're using
Hmm.
and to utilize the growth and, success of builders.
Hmm. It sounds like a lot of your success has been that word of mouth, that really relationship based. So how do you folks generate revenue? Because it sounds like you do a ton to give back to your community, which I think is the most amazing thing. So how do you folks bring in revenue?
Yep. So we bring in revenue through so everyone is, they're working on a monthly basis.
Hmm.
So our clients are billed monthly and invoiced monthly for all the services that are being provided.
Hmm.
So that's where the revenue is coming from at this moment.
Hmm. So break this down for me. So say I'm looking for a specific service, like I mean, what would be a good example? Like maybe like
Like
renovating.
software engineering, or
Yeah.
like, if a if some companies, come up with a new app, or,
Hmm.
a new idea or a new product,
Hmm.
that the underlying technology of it needs to be built and needs to be delivered somehow.
Hmm.
So we help them, whether it be from building the website,
Mm-hmm.
getting all that data from capturing all the customer data, storing the customer data,
Mm-hmm.
now putting together in a, user-friendly mobile app,
Mm-hmm.
coming up with all the designs, data decisioning, you name it. So all of that encompassing, functionality,
Yeah.
we help deliver, whether it be from a project manager, product manager, all the way from front of the design, UX, UI designers,
Yeah.
and people that actually, build and deliver that, technology and, coding,
Absolutely.
underneath the covers.
Absolutely. So what would you say your verticals that you serve would be then?
It's funny, like this is we span across kind of all industry verticals,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
whether it be, products, healthcare, technology,
Mm-hmm.
government, it's you name it, we work with a lot of different industries and different verticals,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no technology spreads across everything now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's everywhere.
especially with IoT, like you can have
Yep.
like smart refrigerators and smart coffee makers. It's
Yeah.
so it goes across the board, there's no industry that we don't work in.
So you do a lot of your work in person, and being in Boston currently now, and doing a lot of your business in Latin America, what would you say your most or your main channels of social media to access these customers and companies? What would you say that those main few social media channels would be?
Yeah, the main ones for us right now are really LinkedIn.
Uh-huh.
Um, we have an Instagram page, but we have not really fully blown that out just yet.
Hmm.
But the main areas it would be, the LinkedIn, Instagram.
Hmm.
We've talked about TikTok as well.
Hmm.
But that's where we are right now in terms of, the social media platforms that we use.
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been a really great conversation. I loved learning about the relationship to approach to building and supporting both your customers and companies. I do have one last question before we go. What would be one thing, both personally and professionally, you hope to be celebrating in this next year?
That's a great question. I would say personally, I would say, happy, healthy family.
Hmm.
My son is 10 months old now, so again, wishing him the best and,
Yeah,
for a happy, healthy life. I can't
absolutely.
ask for much more. Professionally, I would say, I hope we double in size, by this time next year.
Yeah.
Um, and I would say we hosted two times more events in Latin America next year.
Okay.
Just being able to connect and, physically connect with everyone, down in Latin America, twice as much would be super exciting and very rewarding, for everyone in the network. So
Absolutely.
it's it's seeing their joy in their faces of them working with, the latest and greatest technologies, and also kind of helping them provide for their families, giving back into their community.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. I absolutely love that. I wish you the best both with your family and the growth of the company. This has been a great conversation, and I look forward to seeing the direction that Builders takes.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelsey. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.